A formation is not a shape. The numbers on a tactics board, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 3-5-2, describe where players start. The moment the ball moves, the formation moves with it. Here is every major football formation explained simply. What each one does, who made it famous, and what it costs you to use it. The WM system, where it all started. Before the 1920s, football had no formations. Teams played with one goalkeeper and 8 attackers. Defense was something you did when you were losing. Then Arsenal manager Herbert Chapman invented the WM system. 3 attackers at the front, 2 midfield layers behind them, 2 defenders anchoring the back. Every formation today traces back to that afternoon in North London. The WM spread globally within a decade and remained dominant until Brazil started experimenting with something called the 4-4-2. The 4-4-2, the formation. Everyone learned first. 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, 2 strikers, symmetrical, balanced, and the dominant formation in world football for 3 decades. AC Milan under Arrigo Sacchi in the late 1980s turned the 4-4-2 into an art form. High defensive line, coordinated pressing, relentless compactness. Manchester United's 1999 treble-winning side ran it. The entire Premier League was built on it through the 1990s. The weakness is the midfield gap. If an opposing team plays a creative number 10 between your midfield and your defenders, your flat 4 cannot follow them without breaking the shape, which is exactly why the 4-2-3-1 was invented. The 4-3-3, the formation that won the World Cup in 2026, 3 attackers wide across the pitch, 3 midfielders rotating behind them, 4 defenders anchoring the back. Spain won the 2026 World Cup with a modified 4-3-3, conceding just 1 goal in the entire tournament. Their wide forwards cut inside to shoot, their midfielders rotated constantly, and their opponents could never establish a stable defensive shape against them. Barcelona, under Pep Guardiola from 2008 to 2012, played the most refined version ever seen at club level, 11 players moving as one coordinated unit. The weakness is defensive transition. 3 attackers means 3 players not helping when possession is lost, and a fast counterattack can expose the space behind them before the midfield recovers. The 4-2-3-1, the most used formation in modern football. 4 defenders, 2 defensive midfielders sitting deep as a double pivot, 3 attacking midfielders, 1 central number 10, 2 wide players, 1 striker at the point of attack. The 4-2-3-1 was the dominant formation at every major tournament from 2006 to 2022 because it solved the exact problem that made the 4-4-2 vulnerable. The double pivot covers the space the number 10 exploits. Germany used it to win the 2014 World Cup. Spain used a version during their entire dominant period. Nearly every Champions League semi-finalist from 2010 to 2020 ran some variant of this shape. The weakness is the lone striker, one player being double-marked, isolated from support, expected to hold the ball until the midfield arrives. Finding the right striker for this system is the hardest part of using it. The 3-5-2, midfield domination. Remove 1 defender, add them to midfield. 3 center backs hold the defensive line. 2 wing backs operate as both wide defenders and wide attackers, sprinting forward to support attacks, then sprinting back when possession is lost. 3 central midfielders dominate the middle. 2 strikers lead the attack. Antonio Conte has won league titles with this system at Juventus, Chelsea, Inter Milan, and Napoli. Xabi Alonso used it at Bayer Leverkusen to go the entire 2023-24 Bundesliga season unbeaten, the first team in history to do so. The weakness is the wide areas. If the wingbacks cannot cover the ground on both sides of the pitch, opposing teams attack the flanks with numerical advantages that the 3 center backs cannot manage alone. The 5-3-2, the fortress. Similar numbers to the 3-5-2, completely different intent. 5 defenders sit deep and narrow. 3 midfielders work as a compact central unit, not creating, but winning second balls and launching direct transitions. 2 forwards threaten on the counter. It is the formation of teams who know they are the underdog against a specific opponent. It works. It is not always beautiful. It frequently works anyway. The false 9, when there is no striker. The false 9 is not a formation. It is a tactical variation where the central striker drops deep into midfield rather than staying forward. The position is vacated. Opposing defenders must choose, follow the false nine and leave space behind, or hold position and let them receive the ball with time in midfield. Both options create problems. Lionel Messi played as the false nine for Guardiola's Barcelona between 2009 and 2012. In that role, he was effectively unstoppable, dropping deep to receive, turning in midfield, releasing wide players into the space he had vacated. It is the tactical concept that proved sometimes the most dangerous player in your attack is more useful when they are not actually in the attack. Quick question: which formation does your favorite club use, and does it actually work? Drop it in the comments. And if this finally made tactics make sense, the like button genuinely helps the channel. The honest reality check. There is no single best formation. The right one depends on your players, your opponent, and what you are trying to do. 5 formations cover almost every situation in the professional game. The 4-4-2, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 3-5-2, and 4-1-4-1. The tactical debate about which is superior misses the point. Every formation solves a specific problem and creates a new one for someone else to solve. The best formation in 2026 is the one your 11 players can actually execute under pressure for 90 minutes. Everything else is a number on a whiteboard. That is every major football formation explained, from the WM system that invented tactics, through the 4-4-2 that built the modern game, the 4-3-3 that won the 2026 World Cup, the 4-2-3-1 that dominated a generation, the midfield-heavy 3-5-2, the defensive fortress 5-3-2, and the false 9 that removed the striker entirely. Which formation do you think is hardest to play against? Drop it in the comments. If this made tactics make sense, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Click the video on screen right now and I'll see you there.